But other than that, there's really just no reason for me to come on here just to say hi. I hope we can get some viewers in here soon. But I just wanted to come on and tell you a little bit of what's on our minds. Say a little bit about whatever. So if you are new to me, please join me. If you're an existing friend, please join me. We're gonna start in a few minutes and stuff. While we're getting ready, I'm gonna take a look at mute this for now. And I am going to I'm gonna take I don't even know. So why am I on here, do you think? Is it just because I like staring at myself? No, it's not, because I have the worst little bit of stage fright and stuff. That's sometimes why I can't even redo my own songs at times. But what I wanted to talk to you about tonight is how to think. It's how to think about what's important. How to think about what's important to you. I'm always suspicious whenever there's a live viewer. Sorry. Um, but what do you consider having an important value in your life? I consider it something that you can earn, something that you can pass on, something that another friend would appreciate. And I think one of the things I appreciate most is the stories I've been able to tell lately. Um, but more important, how much I've been able to resonate with my audience, even if that is just one person. You know, I wanted to see how much of a network this sometimes I lose my thoughts a lot, actually, because here's the truth. Sometimes it's actually easier to think about what is distracting you than to ignore it. But the thing is, once you see something, you can easily ignore it. Um, that said, I wanted to show you a little bit about this little feature called Play Tracks. And let me see if I can get this browser up here for you for a minute. So many different browsers here. So this is a cool little interface. Let me switch the screen for a minute. Okay, let me go like this. I don't know if you guys can see that well enough, but I'm gonna have to move my keyboard for a minute. But this little application called Playtracks, it's like it's a it's a nice little distribution platform and stuff, you know. I mean, I'm working on finishing up my new release, and I can just this is it gives you. Let me go back to the one I'm working on, but yeah. So this is pretty cool actually. I want so you can specify your track version. You know, you can you can give credit to a lot of different areas. And what's really cool about this, I believe, what's not so cool is that you get confused a lot. But what's really cool is that it allows you to add your lyrics to your songs for free as well. So like I have lyrics to each song up to a certain point and stuff. And I can copy those lyrics, which are mine, of course, so that's no problem. I can go to this number, what was it, number 11, and I can copy all these lyrics that I just wrote and stuff, and I can go like this. That's the lyrics, right? And so, anyways, you just have to modify, some songs that or some years, minor details that you've actually done. I'm trying to remember. After so many years, you have to try and remember the copyrights and stuff, right? But but so I go into my little email or something, and I know it's blurry. I'm sorry about that. It's not blurry on my end. So I go to the song. This is dumb. This is really dumb. Sometimes I just don't understand it. Okay, so now we're gonna copy that, I believe, and that's just a little thing I like to do for fun until my songs are released and stuff. Yeah. So apparently, a dark background is better than a white background. It's not so pixelated and stuff. Yeah, it might be a little bit here, but I really suggest looking for dark backgrounds, especially if you need to share it for some reason. Anyways, so I also want to tell you a little bit about this this little free mastering software and stuff. Okay. Uh, I guess you could call me a multitasker or something. Let me see here. Sometimes it feels nice to work, but it's also sometimes it's nice to work, but it also is quite repetitive if you don't know what you're doing and stuff. And one thing I don't like is repetition, at least without any results, because I believe for a minute, and so this is one of my albums, one of them that I'm trying really hard to work on. But one of the things I want to tell you is let's go back here if I can do that. One of the things I want to tell you guys is when you believe you're doing something, there's a difference between repetition and motivation. I've always been focused somewhat to the best of my ability on getting results. Now, that's part of mindset. And when when you see a vision, you guys, I can't stress this enough. When you see a vision, you'll want to go after it, because if you don't, somebody else will pick up right where you left off, and you can't get your idea back. Um, yeah. So sometimes I just, when I'm really, yes, we get bored with work, but also I wanted to just let you know a couple tips and stuff to think that your projects are worth your time, but you got to go slowly at times, and you got to work sometimes when you don't want to. But for the biggest thing I find with these projects, um, is to pace it out and go for it when you really feel like you're on fire, okay? Because you'll know when you have exhaustion. Now, reason I want to call you guys, the reason I wanted to get on here for a little bit of time is because um, every opportunity that you have is called a new day, and I like to try and think of myself as having lots of opportunities, just like you guys do. Um, you know, because apparently when we're thinking straight, we can achieve a lot. We could. Um, Sometimes you have your gifts. Sometimes they go sour on a couple days and they come right back to you. You know, I'm still transitioning from trying to answer every question I have in my mind to letting things go. Change is never easy for anyone. But you gotta understand how one adapts to change as well. I mean, for example, I could write, with all the tips and knowledge I have, I could write a book. I could, I could write a book or something. I'd never get it finished, ever. You know why? Because it's too much writing for me. I'm not a writer very well. I mean, I write expansively when I have to, but that's not my not my skill much anymore. My skill is helping people and giving tips and advice to people. And it may come from a couple of songs or two or something, or it may be coming from a movie or something. The thing is, if you think about it, you have a job title, right? Two things in that word, in that description, job and title, are actually very unfavorable to try and think about, because who wants to work at a job versus what they're good at or their passion? Okay. Next thing is title. Well, if we have a title like I am a blah 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 in my work, like society normally does, it's like to me, I take that on as a different meaning. And I mean, especially if I hated my job, especially. But yeah, but for real though, sometimes we have to understand more before we advise people. And where a new day comes from is that each day that we're living is an opportunity. Now, sometimes we believe that we waste our opportunities, and that is true. But then, as you look back at the day left, you, you what are you what are you thinking at night? Because there is no there is nobody who's going to rescue you. Okay, I've struggled to learn this lesson a lot. And unless you have like a significant other who you have dated or anybody else that is very close to you and is willing to actually help you, you can't you can't expect someone to help you. And that's the hardest lesson I've had to learn. You know, um, I want I wish I could share this song with you that I made um, but I'm still trying to um, I'm still trying to release it, but it basically says it all. It's a song called "So Emotional Nobody Knows," and it's basically the story behind it. Briefly, is that you know basically what I'm talking about. People leave you alone. People close to you, very close to you, actually turn their backs on you, especially when you're crying. And you got to pick yourself up. And sometimes you don't know how, but you have to do it because nobody is there for you. Now, I know everybody wants to chime in and say, "Oh, you're just seeing on the pessimistic side, or there is somebody there for you eventually." Problem is with that argument, when is eventually gonna ever come? You know, and I'm not ranting here, okay? I'm really not. I'm just trying to be real here, okay? I probably have already taught you guys about um, what suppression is by now. I want to talk to you about the consequences of letting suppression be natural to you. And the consequences of being letting suppression um, be your be your natural talent and be your natural reaction to everything. It doesn't make um, doesn't make any difference about whatever is going on, because more often than not, people call you liars. And in a way, it's not like you're not showing anybody your true self, so you are lying to them at times. But most of all, you're lying to yourself, the most important person of all. You're lying to yourself. And over time, it builds you up, and it eats you up inside. It's like a habit, and if you develop it to save yourself from pain, it doesn't work. It really, really doesn't work. Now, People who know me, who really knew me, knew that when I was young and dumber, I was hit with raw emotion that I just couldn't control anymore. I'll put it like that. And it was, I didn't know what to do. And I think everybody can relate to that, but not everybody relates or even has a concern about the consequences of feeling that way. Um, so afterwards, after I got done with that time span in my life, it was really hard trying to recover. It was super hard because everything in my past and everything in my future, after that time up until now, it was just overwhelmingly negative. And so to sum it all up, I hardened my heart more. Um, I'm still trying to break out of that cycle to this day. And I have maybe one person that can understand that. I have another person who, I don't know. And then I have 3 more people close to me. And God help them because they will never understand what I'm going through. But you guys, the important thing is you got to find a reason, find a purpose to keep going. And my reason is to basically help others through music, through creativity, through a reason, of through some some way, because there's too many selfish people anymore. There are too many selfish people anymore to let them ruin your life. And you gotta understand, there will always be that area. That's why we're divided all the time instead of of a community. Um, that's why, for example, we have all these groups instead of one diversified nation. And that's why, for example, even though I have a disability and I look pale skinned, we'll say, that's why people treat me as normal, because they don't realize how misunderstood I am on the inside. Okay? They don't understand how intelligent I am, and they're also jealous of people who are successful. And that's what I'm telling you to be. You gotta know something about you. You gotta know something about you, because you're always gonna get lost if you don't. You know, I I believe in something. Now, sometimes I don't even know what I believe in, but I believe in something. And the one thing we got to understand, at least because I understand a lot of things right now. I'm not saying everything. Let's make that clear. I'm not perfect, and nobody is, and nobody will be. But I can tell you right now, if you believe in something, um, I'm not going to say that it will take you everywhere or anywhere or allow you to be anything, but if you believe in something, it will definitely contribute. Um, Sometimes, you know, I barely look at my videos if they're not my songs, and I'm trying to remaster my songs because, like always, you know, our first our first attempt is a draft. That's what it is, a draft. But you know, somebody always tries to either give you criticism or constructive criticism. What the hell's wrong here? But the thing that holds people back the most, at least us as musicians, is that uh, we never realize we can get a do-over sometimes. I mean, like right now, I have so many albums out, but I'm not proud of how they sound and stuff. So what am I doing? I'm remastering them and I'm redoing them again until they get better. It takes a lot of work, believe you me, but now the other thing I'm not is a perfectionist. I know people like to claim people are perfectionists, really. They have to do everything right. They have to do everything spot on as the standard. I want to tell you something about those people because I know a couple people just like that, and boy, do they drive me crazy. But but the point I'm going for is that if you believe you have to be a perfectionist, you need to take a look into the mirror and say, I'm lying to myself and I am worthwhile. I don't have to get it right every time. I'm just human. That's exactly what you need to say to yourself. Um, Now, we're always going to make mistakes eventually, but there's always going to be a new day as long as we're living. Um, Let me just take a minute here. I don't know why I'm not able to see anyone's comments on here, but I appreciate my viewers. Whether you're a troll or not, I can't see, but I appreciate it because you're giving us more views. Um, and that actually was something this is very, very new to me, but somehow I see a different light at times. I want to tell you that a new day is not just about opportunity. It's also a way to see how you can adapt and change for the better. like say for let me give you another example. For instance, um, um, like I just said, if I have a bad song and it sounds really bad, at the first time I redo it until somebody actually likes it. I mean, it's not unlimited chances, but I'm at least willing to take another chance and switch labels until, you know, I'm happy with my stuff because eventually it's my career. And one thing I have noticed so much about the world anymore is that customers complain because of the business's customer service. The customer always thinks they're right, and the business is always trying to make money. I hate it. I absolutely can't stand it. And I'll tell you why. Because that idea of thinking has gotten me barred from more places than I can imagine. Hi, Mineral Man. Thank you for coming in. You're the first person to make a comment. If you would please share this out with a lot of people because I'm probably dropping gems tonight. Um, by the way, if you guys want to support my stories or my music or anything, uh, feel free to give me some sort of award or something or coins or whatever. But it's up to you, man. It really is. Um, we're just talking about how to change our mindset and believe that things can get better. Um, so where did I leave off? So let's talk about a couple of reasons. Some people are in their specialty and why, for instance, they can't get hired, but they can do it on themselves very, very well. See, I used to try and be an author, like writing blogs, especially on the old Twitter, and it was fun. It really was fun once upon a time. I'm sorry. Hi, Maze. How are you? Not much. Now that's really nice to hear, man, because when I make a song, I try and tell a story so that people can hear, because I work on the lyrics. I learn what instrument do I play? I'm actually a vocalist. I'm a songwriter. I am. And I just mix in my tune, my vocals with beats and stuff, and write the lyrics and all that stuff. Hell, I don't even write the lyrics anymore. I uh, I just what do I sing over? I don't know, man. That's the weirdest thing. I know my genre is normally R&B and pop. I know that I can sing lower and I can sing higher at the same time, or at two different times. You mean, like like for instance, "You shoot me. I don't want to see anymore. Ooh," and then I can sing the higher beats like ooh, you gotta tell me it's okay. Oh yeah. I ever got my stuff on the radio? Nah, dude. I'm trying to. I'm really trying to. You know why? Because I have not had the proper manager, and I have not been able to get hardly any money doing this. So if because I know I'm doing my this is my day job. Oh, I'm starting to like you, Mineral Man, already. You sound like an author right now who's very encouraging. Thank you for telling me that, by the way. Um, yeah, my job is music. I'm actually trying to re-release some stuff from my previous albums, and then recruit some special artists for selected slots on a label I'm just trying to start. Um, Hopefully, maybe arrange something so that it can both be profitable. But talent is what I look. No, listen, no, listen. I can sing. I just can't do instruments. Like for instance, let me show you an example. Okay. Uh, so this was the song that I was looking on. I am. Just listen. And that's the original. And now listen to this. This is mastered. That's my voice. That's my voice. And that's the low pitch that I do sometimes. Um, Now I can go ahead and um, but that's what I'm trying to work on is remastering everything right now. Um, um, do you like it? Anybody? Let me see. Play tracks. I gotta save this for a minute here. Um, but yeah, that's you know, I can't give away my whole song, but yeah, that's basically what I try and do. I do. I don't know. I guess I'm not. I don't know. Yeah, but here's the here's another thing. I would love to be on the radio. I would love to be able to submit my tracks. So I can't see that. Their judgment is a reflection of their lives when you. Right. Um, right. That's really nice. Let me see what that says. At the end, they only see you. See, that's what I was just saying the other, just a couple minutes ago. It's like they don't, you know, we all have a story within us, but it's like for some reason it doesn't matter. And, you know, as long as you, well, as long as I'd have some encouragement, it would be a lot easier for me to keep going, you know. But I keep going no matter what as well. And that's what I think people should understand is that they need to keep going because, this scope is not just about me. This scope, true, true. I love this, man. We're actually having a discussion in here. That is cool. Hey, let me see something. Can I invite one of you up here? Um, yeah, you're welcome. Hey, Mace, do you want to come up for a minute? I mean, if it's not too late and stuff, it's only 10:30 where I am. So, but you want to come up? Maybe have more of a conversation. Let me see here. Save. So upload tracks. Um, I'm I'm really glad I got some some viewers in here, by the way, already. I got like 14 viewers in 40 minutes. That's pretty good, actually. Um, I'm trying to think at times while I talk to you guys as well, because I'm almost done releasing at least maybe half of last year's albums again. So it's probably going to be 2022 before I release the rest. I don't know. Let me see what am I doing. Twitter. I don't care. I'm just talking to myself. Upload. Mace, are you still there? I don't know how this works. Let me see here. Let's see if I can add guest here. What? Mm, I don't know how this works. Okay. I hope this doesn't screw up on me like this. No, not her. Come on. Damn it. Okay. Would you get rid of this, please? I don't want this stupid keyboard, okay? I don't. Where is he? Oh, maybe that's him. I don't know. Who is it? I hate this thing. I really should have. Yeah, okay. There we go. That's who it is. Mm-hmm. So, I just invited somebody for the first time. If you wanna come on up or something, if you're in the broadcast, I'd love to hear your insight. Um, how do I show who's live here? Okay, but So I'm going to show you a little process here first about what I do. Okay, for just a minute, just a few minutes. Okay, I'm going to show you. Hopefully my guest will come up, but let me show you what I can do for now. Okay, so I'm going to show you for a few minutes what all I have to do to get this to work. So I use it. I have to prepare this first. Wasn't planning on having this. Okay. So yeah, that's a that's a blurry picture of my desktop, but let me get into Audacity. Okay. So this is a tool, a really cool tool for doing audio effects, and I don't know why my camera isn't working with me again. But this is a really cool tool for audio effects, okay? Let me see if I can get this up a little bit more. Yeah. Sorry, guys. My tripod is garbage at times. It really is. Okay. So I'm just showing you a little bit of what to do here. This is just one of my talents, just audio wise, okay? So let's pick a song, okay? Save before closing. I don't think so because I just uploaded it. Okay. So let's go like this. We have the folder of the originals. Where is it here? Yeah, it's called albums. So then we have the actual folder of the album, right? I'm trying to remember, there's a certain order I have to do things in. Okay, so this is why it takes so much work and determination. Not that browser. Thank you. Okay, so first we're gonna go. New mastering, and we're gonna go to our original folder. Which is called albums. Now we're gonna pick on the correct folder. We're gonna pick on our song. I believe it's something like this. Yeah, this is where I left off. Okay, so let's just everybody, you can hear a free song for a minute here. Okay, just a little bit here. Now you'll see that it's uploading, which takes a few minutes. And just hang tight. It says it's a poor connection at times because I'm using the same connection for this. Okay. So now you can see that bar going a little bit more. I get rid of some of these folders. No. Oh, by the way, did you see that this is part of Windows 11? Anybody? Okay. So this is actually a kind of neat little stable build of Windows 11. And it's pretty cool, actually, if you have a fast enough system. So, I don't know why we can't see comments. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and let this finish up. And then I'm going to show you some really neat tricks. Okay. Now this is let me get rid of these stupid lines. I hope I can. Let me see here. I wonder if I need more lighting first. So let me see here. Ouch. Okay. So either we let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off one of these lights because I think it'll help us. I'm surprised that it's not showing up well. Okay, that's further. So that's about right. Now, what I want to show you guys is this little menu right here. This is the main part of this. I don't know why this is limited. Okay, so let me see. Is that 7? That's -7, right? It's about where we want it. Okay, so target loudness is -7 dBs because the maximum is 0. I don't know what the ceiling does. The oversampling. Now, what you do you want to select either fast or slow, but I recommend slow because slower has better quality, and you can check on automatic mastering yourself to just say 1.0, or you can cut it in like little segments below 1. As far as an output format, you'll want to go with 24-bit and 48 kilohertz instead of 16-bit. At least if you're uploading for streaming. And another trick I've found is where you want the low cut and the high cut frequencies at the same level, and then you want to preserve your bass with using the latest version. Now, once I hit execute, it's going to start a little processing tool. Okay, so I don't know how to zoom in on this. Don't know how to zoom in. There we go. That's better. So if anybody can watch this and actually see this, let me know because you're going to get a few good tips here. So as this bar progresses, which this is called the mastering process. Basically, what it's going to show in a few minutes is how professional the difference is between your original file and the mastered version. This is a free tool, online, unlimited. Okay, so this is a really good tool to use. Now see that little green bar up there? even though I can see how much it is. It's too small on here, but knowing that it's green, it's a good range. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you like a couple differences that I look at on here. So then you see the summary right here, even though you can't see anything. It's really clear for me. But what I look at is the percentages and the comparisons of like the loudness, whereas the original is 68% loudness and the mastering is 93%, on a professional level. I don't know what RMS is. But then the other thing that's important to look at right here, besides your loudness range. Okay, so I wish there was a way to show you this, but if you can see this barely, I'm measuring two levels of professionality just by what I just did. The professionality level 1 used to be 58%. Now it's 40 after the mastering, which is still okay. But what I look at is professionality 2. 26% original, 59% after mastered. And what I'm saying to you guys is both of these levels, if they're higher, especially professionality 2, you're very close. You're a lot closer to sounding great when you put out your final product. And see, here's another thing. Now I've seen volume levels range from up and down, but it also measures the ear damage that the amount of volume it would take for you to hurt your ears versus, well, I guess this one's more just by one, but most of the time the volume and the evenness of the mastered is much better. So the ear damage um, decibel or whatever it is much lower. Okay. So now I want you, before my camera decides to bunk out on me, I want to show you the difference. Okay. And I listen to my stuff at very low volume, so you'll be able to hear this just fine. Okay, so let me see if I can get. So you got to make sure it's at a low volume, at least at first. So this is at level 6. This is original. Okay, so I'll turn it up a little bit. There's original at at level 10. Now let's go down to level 8 or 6. This is not my favorite song though. But let's play mastered. Taking one thing at a time has never really crossed my mind ever before. It's always been something I've asked for a little more. See the difference? One's clearer. But that's not all I have to do, okay? So now I have to... Okay, let me see if I can... Stop. Okay, that's enough of that. Now, what I want to show you guys, is you can also download this, okay? Not just download it to... So I'm going to download this, right? And I'm going to click Save As. Okay. So let's pretend for a minute I'm going to download the mastered file, right? Okay, now the mastered file is downloaded. I want to go to another little awesome tool. It's called Audacity. And I think, as you know, Audacity means bold, bold, something to do with boldness. Um, so now I go find the file I just played with, wherever that was. Download. Okay, now I pick on in the end because that's what I just did. Let's see how the bar, the balance is more smooth and balanced out. That means you don't have spikes all over and adjustments and stuff. It's more even. So now I want to show you something else that's pretty cool. I export my file without metadata and I go like this. I go, even if I don't keep it, because I'm not sure because I'm not sure how much I like it, but let's just call it what the title is in the end. We'll say save. I want you to see this. This is really neat. I don't know if you can read that, but this is where you can automatically or manually actually enter the metadata for your song before it exports. And that is a huge, huge help. Okay, so I just want you to take note of that in case some of you producers are watching. I have a voice. Volume 2, excuse me, not 1. Track number, which is really cool. Set your own track. You can even set the year that you wrote it. It doesn't have to be the year it's released. So like I first made this or wrote this in like 2016. And all these things are you can do as many as you want up till what is right. So now my computer's super, super fast, so it only took maybe 3 seconds. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and see show you something else quickly. So that's one thing you want to keep. Let's see. Okay, so I used to use this called Genius, but until I found out I was not much of a transcriptionist. But let me see, where is this? It's the wrong song. So now we have, and sometimes I make mistakes that I can't take back. So what do? We just make a new version. Okay, so these are all the lyrics, for example, you know. Of course, lyrics writing is the hardest part. That's why technically I don't write lyrics until I have everything recorded, because everything needs to sound good first. Okay, so now I'm going to upload this track, right? I'm going to upload it to the distributor. Okay, where is this? Okay, so desktop. And now I'm going to go into my new folder with that mastered file, right? Get the file. Get the file. Now it's going to upload. And once it uploads, we have to get a little more detailed, but with our metadata. But then, as soon as that's done, basically you can save it. And once you're done with all your tracks, you can do that. So so look at that. Wow. I just want to make sure there's no more duplicates though. Shoot, that's gonna be a duplicate, isn't it? No, it's not. Whatever. I can't think. Okay, you guys. Um, just hang in there while we have some glitches because I'm using the same internet. So but I'm trying to show you guys something, and hopefully I have enough. Hopefully I have enough battery to show you. Come on, track. Seriously. Okay. Come on, track. It's not normally taking this long. I wonder why it is. So while that uploads, I wanna show you something. You see, the really cool thing about play tracks, which is where I host my label on, okay? This this lyrics area, it's free. It's free. It's a free part of it. Okay? You see the lyrics for every track, and they're gonna go out to distributors as well. You know, other distributors would normally charge you for that feature as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. And I'm going to delete that for a minute and put my name in here again. Um, um, Paste my lyrics. Now I can leave the IRC code for the end. And then I can copy my IRC code or whatever it's called. And then, okay, so this is all the stuff that you need to do to prepare an album and stuff, you know. Okay, I just wanted to give you some tips tonight, you know. So I try and blend in stuff during my broadcasts and stuff. Please tick the box. Okay, whatever. I only have 2 more songs to upload and stuff, but so basically that's what you do so far. And in Audacity, you can also trim or change the tempo or whatever, and change the speed. But I just wanted to show you that. So this is 11 tracks so far. Okay, I need to get rid of this. I need to get rid of something though. And you can go all the way back to the first details too, because I have to get rid of this. And then you can save it again. And you can even put your release date in your Twitters and your Spotify's and whatever. Now, I'm showing you this because if you're lucky enough to be on this platform, Play Tracks, you know, this is gonna change the game, you guys. It really is. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this around right now, and I'm probably gonna close out. I hope everybody enjoyed my scope. You know, And I hope whatever you guys choose to do with it, you'll get some value out of it. Thank you again for the comments and for joining. I hope you guys will have a awesome night. Thanks. Come on. I must have too big of fingers for this damn screen. What is wrong with this? Come on. What is wrong? Come on, end. End. Oh my god, I hate this. End the broadcast. And this is so dumb. I bet you it already ended on me. Get rid of this. I bet you it already ended on me.